Hello students, welcome to aimsindia online classes. This is a chemistry session. Here we are going to discuss about the chapter changes around us. In this session we are going to see a practice sheet related to the chapter, that is practice sheet 2, which includes different kinds of questions like multi-correct answer, comprehension paragraph, matrix matching, assertion reason, statement type, and even analytical approach questions also. Okay, let us start this practice sheet. First, let us go through the multi-correct answer type questions. See the first one among those. Which of the following are correctly paired? See here, some changes are mentioned and their type are mentioned here. See which are correctly paired. Sublimation. Is it physical change? Yes, because in sublimation process, the solid substance converts directly into gaseous form on heating. So there substance converting from solid state to gaseous state, only there is a change in the physical property state. But before the change and after the change, chemical composition does not change. That's why it comes under physical change. Sublimation is a physical change. What about the next one? Precipitation. Precipitation is also a physical change. What is precipitation? It occurs in the water cycle process, isn't it? The clouds containing water vapor slowly condenses and becomes droplets of water. These all droplets of small droplets of water accumulate and become bigger droplets of water, which becomes heavy and comes down in the form of precipitate, which we call as rain. So here there is occurring only the change in the physical state of water. It is converting from gaseous state to liquid state. But there is no change in the chemical composition. So this precipitation is also coming under physical change. Next one, decomposition reaction. What does it mean by decomposition? We have studied in the types of chemical reactions the reaction in which a single substance decomposes to form two or more simpler substances is called decomposition reaction. Means in this change, new substances are formed. As new substances are formed, this change comes under chemical change. It is a chemical change. It is correct. What about the next one? Decantation. Decantation means it is one of the separation technique used for the separation of insoluble solid substances from a liquid. So when a mixture of insoluble solid and water liquid is left without disturbing for few minutes, that is insoluble solid particles will settle down. That process we call as sedimentation, as we know. And then the pure liquid obtained up will be separated into sorry into another container slowly without disturbing its solid substance bottom. That process is called decantation. In this decantation, no new substances are formed, only the mixed substances are separated without any change in the chemical compositions. So it comes under a physical change, but here it is mentioned chemical change. It is incorrect. Remaining three pairs are correct, isn't it? Decantation is a physical process but not chemical change. Next, which of the following is a chemical change? Observe once the given changes: respiration, crystallization, combustion, and oxidation. Out of these all, if you observe, crystallization is one of the separation technique in which a solid substance can be separated from liquid component. That process is called crystallization. In this process, the solution is cooled to low temperatures, and thus the solid substance which is dissolved in that will be crystallized out so that it can be separated. So this is a physical change. Except this remaining three, if you observe, respiration, combustion, oxidation. In these three, there is a chance for formation of new substances, hence these come under chemical changes. Okay, these three are chemical changes. Next one, identify the incorrect characteristic of a physical change. Say some characteristics are mentioned regarding a change. Which of these represents a physical change? See, permanent change. Is physical change a permanent change? No, it is not. Physical changes are generally temporary changes. Or physical changes are irreversible? No. Physical changes are generally reversible. Is there any change in the composition for physical change? No. Physical composition does not change in a physical change. It remains the same. And change in color, it may occur. Yes, it is one of the characteristics of physical change. Now what they're asking here, which of these is incorrect about the characteristics of physical change? Now these three will come. These three are the characteristics of actually chemical changes but not physical changes. Right? Next one. Which of the following processes does the composition of substance change? In which of the following process does the composition of substance change? In which changes composition of substance changes? Generally in chemical changes. In chemical changes the composition of substances change. See here which are chemical changes out of these given. The rusting of iron is a chemical change. Burning of diesel is a chemical change. Breaking of glass bottle, it is a physical change because there is no change in the chemical composition. Heating of iron with sulfur, when iron is heated with sulfur it forms iron sulfide, so composition changes. So in these three such processes the chemical composition is changed. Okay, next. Now let us see the comprehension paragraph type questions. First let us see the paragraph which it is given. Passage: take a small quantity of copper sulfate crystals and dissolve it in a small quantity of water to obtain blue colored solution. We have to know here the blue colored solution formed by copper sulfate in water is called commonly blue vitriol because the salt copper sulfate will be in the blue color. When it is dissolved into water, it forms a blue colored solution which we commonly call blue vitriol. Now add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid and now put 3 to 5 medium sized iron nails in it. So what they are doing? They are adding small iron nails into this copper sulfate solution. After some time, the color of the blue colored solution changes to green and a brown deposit appears on the iron nails. Okay, this is the reaction they have given. Now let us see what are the questions given based upon this. See the first one among those. Change of color from blue to green in the above activity represents. So it is mentioned here the color changes from blue to green because here iron nails are added into copper sulfate solution. This iron reacts with the copper sulfate and forms iron sulfate. So this iron sulfate is having green color. That's why blue color changes to green color. So what happened here? A chemical reaction undergone and new substances are formed. So the change in which new substances are formed are called generally chemical changes. So here the change in the color is because of chemical changing formation. Okay. Next. Green color of the solution is due to the formation of, as we told, green color is because of the formation of iron sulfate. Iron sulfate gives blue green color to the solution. So because of formation of this iron sulfate, solution turned into green color, where it is here. Next one, brown deposits that appear on iron nails is due to the deposition of. So let us see once the equation regarding this so that we can understand. So copper sulfate has blue color initially. To this, iron nails are added. We know iron formula Fe. So here iron displaces copper from copper sulfate and forms iron sulfate. This we can say simple displacement also. So FeSO4 is formed and copper will be deposited out, copper eliminated out. Because of this reaction initially it is having blue color. but iron sulfate is having green color. So green color is appeared due to the formation of iron sulfate. So this brown color deposit that appears on the iron nails is due to the formation of copper. The formed copper deposits on the iron nails. So that gives a brown layer on those iron nails. Okay. So that is formation of copper on the iron nails. Right. Next. Now let us see matrix matching. See which of these is an exchange reaction. Exchange reaction means ions are being exchanged. One element replaces another element from its compound to form a new substance. So here where it is exchange. Let us see from this side. Here two substances combining together to form a new substance. Such kind of reaction is called simple combination or direct combination reaction. The change or reaction in which two or more substances combine together to form a bigger and new substance is called direct combination reaction. So where it is? Here it is. First one is direct combination reaction. Next you see water splitting into hydrogen and oxygen. So here a substance decomposed into two or more simpler substances. This kind of changes in which a bigger substance splits into two or more simpler substances is called, what do we call this? Decomposition reaction. So water decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen. So it is decomposition. Where it is? Here. Next one, zinc plus hydrochloric acid gives zinc chloride plus hydrogen. So if you observe this reaction once, zinc replacing hydrogen from its compound and it is forming a new substance. So this type of reaction is called exchange reaction. Zinc exchanging hydrogen means hydrogen is exchanged with zinc. So this kind of reactions are called exchange reactions. So it is an exchange reaction. Next one, if you observe here, two substances. One if you observe that is acid and the second one is a base. Acid and base they are combining together to form salt and water. This kind of reactions in which acid and base they combine together to form salt and water are called acid-base reactions, which are also called as neutralization reactions. So here they have given acid-base reaction. This is correct. Okay, observe once the matching. Okay, next assertion region type questions. See the assertion. Tearing of paper sheet into small pieces is a chemical change. Is it true? Tearing of a paper sheet. If you tear a paper sheet into small pieces, even after making it to small pieces also, there will be no change in the paper molecules. They remain same. The composition does not change. Only there is change in the physical state, physical size actually. But there is no change in the chemical composition. So tearing of paper comes under physical change, not chemical change. Next is the reason. It is not possible to rejoin small pieces of paper to get back the original paper sheet. It is correct only. But it does not mean as it is chemical change. All the physical changes may not be reversible. So tearing of paper is a physical change, but it is irreversible. So reason is correct, assertion is wrong. Here it is, assertion is wrong, reason is correct. This is the correct answer. Okay, next one. Formation of rust is a chemical change. Is it correct? Yes, formation of rust is a chemical change because in the formation of rust, iron converts into iron oxide. As new substance is formed, it is a chemical change. Next one, reason if you observe, for formation of rust, iron must be exposed to air and water. This is also correct because here iron reacts with these two, then only it can form rust. That's why this is correct and it is a correct explanation for the assertion. Next, burning of a candle is a physical change. Is it correct? Burning of a candle yields carbon dioxide, water vapor, and heat. So as new substances are formed from the candle wax, this burning of candle is a chemical change, not physical change. Next, if you observe reason, the products formed by burning of a candle can be easily converted back into original candle. Is it true? No. We cannot make the candle back from the products obtained. What happens when you burn a candle? It produces light with the production of carbon dioxide, water vapor as the products. If we collect those two, even though we collect them, we cannot get back the candle or wax from those two substances. So it is not possible. Okay, both are incorrect statements. The products formed by burning candle cannot be okay, cannot be easily converted. So it is correct statement. We cannot convert them back easily. So they cannot be converted back into original substance. So reason is correct. Assertion is wrong. Where it is? Here. Okay. Next. Now let us see statement type questions. See the first statement. Lime water turns milky due to the presence of calcium carbonate. Okay, actually it is calcium carbonate, by it is given calcium bicarbonate. So calcium carbonate. This is a confirmatory test for carbon dioxide. Actually, when carbon dioxide passes through lime water, that turns lime water milky. It is one of the confirmatory tests for carbon dioxide gas as we know. Here, lime water turns milky in the presence of carbon dioxide due to the formation of calcium carbonate, which is one of the insoluble solid substance, and it floats on the lime water like a milky layer. So by the formation of this milky layer, we can say that gas taken is carbon dioxide. So this is true. Next one, digestion of food and melting of wax are considered as similar type of changes. Observe once here the given changes. Digestion of food. What kind of change is this? It is a chemical change because new substances are being formed by the digestion of food. But what about melting of wax? Melting of wax is a physical change as there is no formation of any new substance. Only physical state changes and it can be converted back into original solid form. So it is a physical change. This one is a chemical change. Both won't come under similar type. So it is a incorrect statement. Now what we can choose? First statement is true. Second statement is false. This is correct answer. Okay. Next one. See the first statement among these. Condensation of steam is not a chemical change. Of course, condensation of steam. What does it mean by condensation? Conversion of vapor or steam into liquid state by cooling is called condensation. So there will be only change in the physical state, no chemical composition change. So it is a physical change, not a chemical change. It is true. Statement 2, if you observe, physical change is a permanent and irreversible change. Is it true? Generally, physical changes are temporary and reversible changes. For example, if you see condensation itself, condensation of steam is a physical change and it is a temporary change because condensation of steam gives water. That water can be converted back into steam again by heating. So it is reversible come temporary change but not permanent and irreversible. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is right. What we can choose now? This. Okay, next one. Cutting off wood is considered as a chemical change. Is it true? No. Even though we cut wood logs into small pieces, no chemical composition takes place. Even though we cut them into small pieces, the molecules present in that wood will be remained the same. So cutting off wood will come under physical change. Of course, it is an irreversible change. We cannot get back the wood log back after cutting once. But even though it is irreversible, it is a physical change. Okay. Next, crystallization is a physical change. It is true. The separation of soluble solid substance by cooling the solution to lower temperatures is called crystallization. So there only state change is occurring and hence it is a physical change. Statement 1 is false, statement 2 is true. It is correct answer. Okay, next one. Now let us go through analytical approach type questions. See the first among those. Three substances given below are kept in the open for a few days. Which of them will undergo a chemical change? Eggs, plastic bottle and mothballs are kept in open for few days. If you observe these mothballs after few days, they become small in size and even sometimes they disappear also. This is because mothballs they undergo sublimation. In the open, slowly they undergo sublimation and completely they will be vaporized after few days. So that is a physical change. If we say plastic bottle, if you leave it for a few days open, they won't change anything. No change will be observed in these plastic bottles. Okay, next if you see eggs, if eggs are left out for a few days, the chemical composition inside will be changed and those eggs will be spoiled after few days. That is because of the chemical changes occurring inside the egg. So eggs undergo chemical changes among these three. So this is correct answer. Okay. Eggs undergoing chemical change. Plastic bottle does not undergo any change. Mothballs are undergoing physical change by sublimation. Okay, next one. Observe the following figures. Identify the type of change. If you observe here, carbon combining with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. What kind of change is this? Initially, there are two substances. They are combining chemically and forming a new substance here. Now, the changes in which new substances are formed are termed as chemical changes. So, the formation of carbon dioxide from carbon and oxygen is a chemical change. Okay, it comes under chemical change. Okay, this is about practice sheet 2 based on changes around us. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel AIMS Today and visit our website aimstoday.in for latest updates on recorded videos.